What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? It's Hashila Hatmi here, back again with another video, and I want to share a story with you. It's a case that I had today. It was very inspiring, very insightful, and it allowed me to reflect a lot and really see how people struggle, firstly, and secondly, how they try to find ways to overcome their struggles. This is all about health behavior change. It's when I saw a person today who had a lot of issues with binge eating, which is when you overload on your eat, you're eating a lot. And this individual, she's a business owner and she's running around all day from morning until afternoon. She's running around from one branch to another branch, just trying to handle her business. And she said actually, that she doesn't even have breakfast. From the morning until afternoon when she comes back home for lunch, she rarely eats anything. She has some water here and there, drinks a bit of coffee here and there, but she doesn't get much time to eat. And during the afternoon, lunchtime from 3 to 4, she just binges. And she binges to the point that she wants to throw up everything that she's eating. It is such a very difficult and very, what can I say? It's not an easy situation to be. And she then on tried to fix up a schedule. She tried to fix up a schedule, fix up a timetable, just trying to have a routine that's a bit more healthier. I could see that it was frustrating her, that she would just be binging and binging and binging, and therefore, hence, just be gaining weight. As I was listening to this story, I reflected, and I already had some possible recommendations, solutions that I could, share with her. She had already mentioned that she already, developed and, formulated a plan, and she was just about to start this plan, which was going to make her feel a lot more better and feel a lot more organized with a better and more healthier routine with healthier habits. But unfortunately, she went through a very difficult circumstances of a loss of a loved one, and that made her sort of relapse and, not be able to kind of be consistent with that particular routine. I had shared my story with her and to tell her that, look, I understand what that's like because not too long ago, my own grandmother passed away, and this was a very difficult week, and it was not easy. My whole diet and schedule got mashed up, it got messed up, and it affected my weight, it affected my energy, it affected, me trying to be as active as I could be because, you're caught up with a lot of issues, both physically and emotionally, and your diet and exercise can be affected during that time. So I tell her it's very normal. It's very normal. And I explained to her the stages of change. And once I explained to her towards the end about consistency and relapse, so it's important that we be consistent in that change. And what's important is that we need to realize that with change, there will be moments where we might mess up. There will be moments where we might fall down and we might make certain mistakes. And the relapse here can be defined in two different ways. Firstly is that it's normal and it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen due to numerous or various reasons. But what's also important is that we don't put so much pressure on ourselves. What is also important is the other part of relapse is finding ways to prevent that relapse from happening. It's like you're climbing a mountain and you're in the middle, or you just continue to climb up and climb up and climb up. And when you're climbing a mountain, there's no one who's going to climb up it perfectly. They're going to fall down a little bit. Now, when you fall down, when you trip, you've got two options. Either walk back down, or you climb back down, or you're going to continue until you reach to that peak, until you achieve that goal, until you make it to the top. You say, I did it. I made it. And I gave that explanation to her. And her story was inspiring, really. It got me to really think and reflect and to tell her, you know what? I gave her this affirmation. An affirmation is not a praise, but is stating to them their strengths, motivation, and how they have managed to succeed in doing something or something that they're currently doing. And I told her, you went through a lot. And I must say, you're doing quite well. The fact that you came here and that you want to continue. So that was quite an inspiring story, to be honest. And I want to send a message to you all. If you ever do relapse, don't give up. It's part of the change process that we're going to fall until we can make that change, until we can reach to the peak and continue to make those changes. And so that we can enhance it, strengthen it, and don't let go of that motivation, that desire for you to make that change from the first place. Go back to the why. Why do I want to make this change? And if you make that mistake, if you do relapse, if something happens in between, such as you experience some circumstances, go back to the why. Is it worth stopping after all this effort and you've come so far? You know, there's a statement or a saying that says, I didn't come this far to come this far. I need to continue moving on forward. Thank you very much.